Hello. I have returned. And it is Undertale Undertime. So I talked a little bit about this on Wednesday, if you haven't seen it already. This was, of course, 5th anniversary, part of the 5th anniversary kind of celebrations. The Alarm Clock Winter Dialogue. The dialogue on this page was originally intended to debut in the Undertale Alarm Clock, an app that would have served as the vehicle for various humorous monologues from the characters. Development on the app has halted due to various circumstances, including asking the developer to help with the development of Deltarune instead. So, rather than have the dialogue gather dust, I have taken an excerpt and rewritten it for display here. As always, it's recommended that you don't read this dialogue unless you've completed Undertale. So, Undertale Overtime. True, it is indeed almost one. But you know what? We're going to look at all of this. I don't think this should take, like, a ridiculous amount of time. Undyne's is the longest, and it's also my favorite. Yes, there's a doggy. He smiles at you if you put your mouth on top of him. Okay, just gonna get that from my document. Yes, if you are watching this on YouTube, every single link mentioned in this stream will be down in the description. So fucking hyped for Deltarune? Fuck yeah, I'm so excited. All of this has made me want to replay Undertale and Deltarune. I know that's not an uncommon sentiment, but yeah, it's really made me want to dive back into both of them. They're so fucking good. One of the only 7 video games? Yes, I am curious, Aleph. What are the only 7 video games? Okay, beginning with Toriel. The most wonderful thing about winter? Oh, it has to be coming home at night with the snow still sparkling, getting out of the cold into the warm, warm house, which is still freezing because a dog is sleeping in the vent. Ah, well, that's what fire magic is for. Whoa, you'd do that to a dog? Leave. Off to a good start already. So the annoying dog is sitting in Toriel's vents, blocking the heat from getting all the way through her house. I think that's what fire magic is for. And saying like, wow, you'd do that to a dog? You'd murder a fucking dog? Leave. No punctuation too. Just leave. Mario Galaxy, Sonic and the Black Knight, Gravity Rush 2, Secret Little Haven, Snowbound Blood, Celeste, and Undertale. The only 7 games. I want to knit something for all of my friends. Fin muffs for Undyne, a tail warmer for Alphys, a horribly ugly sweater for Sans, mittens for Papyrus, that I suppose he can just wear over his gloves. He's already got big glove hands. You like name another video game, you can't. Oh, true. Hive Swap is a contender for being an 8th video game that exists. Sounds fake. Oh, Sans is just terrible during the winter time. There was this evil thing he did recently. He intentionally stood outside in the cold until his bones were absolutely chilled. Then he said, "Tori, can we talk about something?" So I leaned down to listen to him, and he just put his horrible freezing hands right on my face. I am going to start pouring hot water on him before I let him in. The winter party? Oh, we will not discuss this. So Toriel is not a fan of discussing the winter party, But guess what we're gonna learn about from everybody else? The plot thickens. Napstablook! I fucking love Napstablook. Oh, I like winter. You can go out to a great big field where it's all quiet and let the snow fall right through you until you're buried deep in a snowbank. I wouldn't do that if you aren't a ghost. When it gets freezing outside and I'm feeling a little melancholy, sometimes I like to have a cry and watch my tears turn into beautiful ice crystals. Oh, sometimes it's so beautiful, it just makes me cry even more. The fucking imagery. I would love to see art of that. I've seen a lot of the jokes turned into funny comics, but I haven't seen this illustrated yet. Maybe I can paint that. I've been trying to get into painting. Back into painting. Mettaton wants to hire me for a ski resort, crying to ice up the slopes with my tears. Oh, I always wanted to do that. Icing the fucking ski slopes with his goddamn tears. That's just so conceptually ridiculous. But, like, Mettaton fucking would. Okay. Papyrus. Papyrus. However you pronounce it. It is time. It is time for this man. Winter? Now that's my time of year. As in, it's essentially default to me. So it doesn't really excite me that much. But this year was very special. We were able to put on a big holiday celebration for all our friends. Yes, this is the party that Toriel didn't want anyone to know about. Or didn't want to talk about. All sorts of people came to the party bearing gifts. For example, Undyne and Alphys brought a pair of treats. Undyne brought a container of her famous spaghetti, which, when it was opened, seemed to only contain flames. And Alphys brought a cookie tin containing a small fire extinguisher to wash it down with. Yeah, to wash it down, because you're just gonna fucking eat fire. That's a fantastic idea. Much merriment was had, gathered around the television, watching seasonal specials like Mettaton Saves Santa Claus and Mettaton the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I noticed Asgore getting teary as he watched. He must have been stunned by the raw emotional beauty of the 30-minute-long dance party in the middle of every movie. Don't underestimate Papyrus. Yeah. That is true. He will eat fire. As the night progressed, Miss Toriel got very rowdy. I think she had too much eggnog, which is why she didn't want to talk about this night. She started drawing hair on my brother's head with a marker, and singing holiday songs very loud, but replacing the lyrics with cursed words. I love how it's not not swear words. It's not just curse words. It's cursed words. But started drawing hair on Sans's head. She kept trying to get Alphys to sing with her, holding her little yellow arms and waving them back and forth. We ended up locking her in the garage, where she fell asleep. She looked kind of bad just lying there, so I put a cloth over her, and some candelabras, to make her match the decor. Toriel said fuck words. Toriel said the fuck words. Yes, Censor Kitty. Need some Censor Kitty in here. At the end of the night, Sans was curled up on the couch, sleeping in his clothes as usual. Come on, Sans. You don't even have a blanket. It's dishonorable to sleep without a blanket. But he didn't hear me, so I had to put a blanket on him myself. Isn't it... It's... pathetic, isn't it? A grown man getting tucked in without even telling me a bedtime story. What a mess! Bottles and confetti everywhere. Broken eggs and spears on the floor. One of Mettaton's legs lost in the confusion. Sans had better help me clean this. I had half a mind to wake him up. But seeing Sans sleeping so soundly made me think. He never said so, but I think he was happy to celebrate the holidays with so many friends. I can't remember the last time he was able to do that. Maybe after a day like this. He was having a nice dream. So I let him sleep. But he better not expect me to clean up by myself next time. That good dream was my present to him. That's so adorable. Oh yeah, just like a leg, chillin'. Mettaton's leg, no biggie. I love that the ending to Papyrus's dialogue. That's so sweet. Oh, and speaking of, hello, Sans. Winter's cool, huh? Well, that's putting it mildly. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, pardon me. It's really trying hard not to yawn. Sans. Winter's cool, huh? Well, that's putting it mildly. This winter, Papyrus threw a holiday party for everyone. He pretty much set up everything himself. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of him. All I helped him with was deboning the food. So I removed the bones, put in the cake, the salsa, the guac dip, the punch, the... many things that are, you know, he's not wrong. They are not supposed to contain bones. Oh yeah, he even made a welcoming puzzle for the party. A giant labyrinth made of ice, snow, and musical ornaments. To baffle and confound his friends with holiday cheer. You, had to get through it to get to the front door. I think Asgore got lost in there for a while. Undyne had to go save him. She found him huddled around a homemade fire, eating a fruitcake like it was an MRE. What is an MRE? Think everyone else kind of came through the back door. I know. Meal ready to eat. I see. Thank you. That makes sense. Eating fruitcake like it was an MRE. Not gonna lie, the party was kinda a mess, but, you know, isn't that nice? Starting something's half the deal. Nothing happens if you don't reach for the stars. Or at least, that's what he's always saying, constantly. Trying to wash his hands in his giant sink. Yes, that's the sink on stilts in their kitchen, right? Oh, it's an army thing, I see. Matt Pet about to go wild about Sans knowing military terminology. Wasn't there, like, didn't Matt Pat, like, officially state that he would never do another Undertale theory ever again? Or was that Five Nights at Freddy's? I feel like, I one or the other. Okay. Alphys. My sweet child. I'm not really a huge fan of winter. The days getting shorter is a huge letdown. Plus, when I get cold, I tend to, start moving and talking in slow motion. Fortunately, this winter, I had a brand new, extremely efficient space heater. Matt Pet was a what? Oh god, what is this YouTube link?
I'm most anxious to meet your mother.
Is this, yes, this is... Yes, Mystery Science Theater, Liar, Liar, Liar. A classic, a classic.
Or have you put Jimmy Wilson to work?
Why,
Okay. Wonder what Alphys space heater is. Oh, FNAF trailer? There's a new Five Nights at Freddy's trailer? The new How recent are we talking? I know that they put out an AR mobile game late last year. Otherwise, oh, and there was the Halloween update for the VR one. But that was the last I heard. Yesterday. Oh, so it's like super recent. I will look that up. I could never actually play Five Nights at Freddy's. But I enjoy watching Let's Plays, and I find the art style and the kind of story behind it to be interesting. It dropped during the PS5 press conference. There was a PS5 press conference? Oh, is that why I've been seeing ads for the PS5 with actual prices in them? Dude, it costs an extra $130 Canadian to get the fucking disc drive. Holy shit. Can't even watch Let's Plays, you chicken. That's alright. That is okay. There. It's one of the few horror things that I can actually consume. I think because it has a generally predictable-ish algorithm past a certain point. But, wonder if PS5 pre-orders are still broken? Oh, they broke? Okay, so that makes sense. I'll have to watch that, later then. I'll have to see what that's all about. In the meantime, let's see what the fuck is up with Alphys' new space heater. They could like the rock of fire explosion? Ooh, this trailer does have a jump scare at the end of it. Thank you, I do appreciate the warning. Fear, yes. Rock of fire. Should I be Googling the rock of fire explosion, or is that is that not a thing I should do? I made a nice space to put the heater in too. I put it in a hole in the floor and then put a table over it, then covered the table with a blanket to the floor. So she made a kotatsu. You should not Google that. I will not Google that then. There's nothing not safe for work about them. They're just animatronics that haven't aged well. Oh, okay. Oh, we have a link to pictures of new animatronics. Huh. Five Nights at Freddy's security breach. Why is it so anime? Why is this poster so anime? And also, 80s? Interesting. I'm now more intrigued by the prospect of that trailer. Because the 80s never went away in Anime Land. Which one is Foxy, though? Because, oh, wait a second. Right. They changed up all the colors. Is Foxy the white one? No, wait a second. That's not a good... Chica is also white. I see. So, okay, I get it. With the electric keyboard. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. I will look into that after this for sure. Yes. Alphys has made a kotatsu. It's really nice putting your legs underneath. What's more, the heat tends to attract cute kitties. And by that I mean I found Catty sleeping under there. I didn't even invite her over. She said something like, "Hey Alphys, don't worry. I got you an orange." But it was just the peel. She, ate all my oranges. She had to get her stomach pumped. Cats can't, eat oranges. Fucking rip. Catty, the only cat in the Undertale universe. That's true. I hadn't thought about that before, but she is the only cat. Catty and Bratty selling a small child a gun in a back alley. They're FBI like the birds. The next day, I heard dance music coming from under the table, with colorful flashing lights. It sounded like there was, a crowd under there. I tried to sit with my legs under it, like normal, but someone came out and asked me if I was on the VIP list. Actually, maybe I'll just use a fireplace next year. And now we find out what all of that was. Space heater? She means moi. Because it was fucking Mettaton under the table the whole time. While she was performing her regular repairs on me, she installed modifications on my rectangular form to allow me to exceed my normal hotness. Then, begged me, to hang... Sorry, let me try that one again. Then, begged me, to hang around under her table. Welly well. Who am I to refuse my biggest fan? But don't think being under a table means the show won't go on, darling. Oh my, indeed. Undyne was so cute at the party, wearing the special Mew Mew cat ear muffs I gave her. And then, I don't like singing outside of karaoke, but if she even hears a single verse, she can't help but join in. She's not great at staying in tune, but she puts her heart into it, and that's music to my ears. She almost makes it a contest to sing the loudest. Between her and Toriel singing carols, it got pretty loud. That was one of the things that made her we don't have to discuss this. I think that Undyne brings up what Alphys is reluctant to discuss, if I recall correctly. Oh, Mettaton. House looking barren? Tired of tacky tinsel? Why top your tree with a 5-pointed star when you can top your tree with a TV star? The little tongue out face. Try MTT brand holiday ornament. MTT brand ornament will rotate and dance. MTT brand ornament can speak several poorly digitized phrases. Warning. MTT brand ornament may destroy other ornaments out of jealousy. Warning. Do not antagonize MTT brand ornament. Warning. If MTT brand ornament escapes, call the authorities immediately. Papyrus's holiday party? Oh, yes. I was just offering to Miss Toriel a sample of my MTT brand super adult winter eggnog when, out of the corner of my optical sockets, I spied a certain pink-haired hussy in the kitchen, uninvited, pouring Blookie a cup of ghost juice in the most unrefined manner, and generally making an incorporeal mess all over the floor. So this is talking about Mad Mew Mew, who is the secret boss added to the Switch version of Undertale. Sever your leg, please. It's the greatest day. Well, as we find out later, Mettaton does indeed do that. Yes, this is Mad Mew Mew. Oh my stars! Look, darling, if you can't properly lift a teacup delicately with the tip of your high-heeled boots, then just turn 360 degrees and walk directly in front of you out the door. I'm sure you'll have a better time in the mind maze. Then, oh my, she had the absolute robotic gall to challenge me to a chainsaw duel. Please, darling, I would never engage in such a barbaric activity if it's not being recorded. But still, she escalated the situation, pouring ghost juice into my smile sensors, and it wasn't even a flavor I liked. Not that I know anything about ghost flavors. So I'm assuming the chainsaw fight is how Mettaton's leg got lost in the shuffle. Mad gets into a Mew Mew Kissy Cutie doll and then sort of becomes Mew Mew Kissy Cutie. Cat boy Mettaton. Yeah, this last panel here is very three-mouth. Start a Kickstarter to make it a real show. But yes, the ghosted Mad Dummy enters a Mew Mew Kissy Cutie doll. And we get the wonderful Mad Mew Mew. The situation had gone flipsy-dipsy, darling, so we decided to settle things as responsible adults, with bombs and various bullets, you know. I ended up so dazzled by my own moves, I can hardly recall the details of the event, but I remember Alphys and Undyne peeling us off the floor, my head lying on Alphys's extremely small knee. Where is Napstablook? I asked. Stop pretending to die dramatically. They left. They left? Why? I asked. Dying dramatically. They don't like fighting. They left. Napstablook left. Mew Mew and I looked outside, our hands conspicuously close on the window pane. Blookie was out there, crying, tears forming into beautiful ice crystals. I felt a strange feeling. Two of them. One, a pang of regret, and two, I bet it would be really popular if they could cry up ice from my ski resort. So that is the reason why they were crying in their dialogue, and that is where the proposition came from. Alphys went back to the living room with Undyne, leaving Mew Mew and I alone in the kitchen. Undyne, she sure is happy with Alphys, huh, Mew? She said, forcing a smile. Yes, and Alphys, she sure is happy with Undyne, I said with a dazzling grin. And so we stood there in silence, drinking ghost juice that neither of us could taste. The drama. Oh my god, Undyne. Look at the size of the fucking scroll bar for Undyne, because Undyne has, like, the most, and it's the best. Undyne. My favorite thing about winter? It's gotta be winter sports. Snow wrestling, snow baseball, snow football, and of course, snow hockey. The last match we all played was unforgettable. Me, Asgore, and Sans versus Alphys, Toriel, and Papyrus. Action, betrayal, teamwork. It could have been a movie. A disaster movie, maybe. Hey, what the heck are you doing in my monologue? I was the referee, darling. Ref? All you did was sit on the side in your super tall chair, taking selfies with giant sunglasses on, like a fucking lifeguard. I can't help that the sun sparkling off the highlights of my... I can't help that the sun sparkling off the highlights of my... off the ice highlights my natural beauty. Natural? Gale Rice's voice cemented into Undyne. Anyone else? I actually never got into Undertale voice acting stuff to have, like, specific named people for headcanons. but that is a neat one. Maybe I'll look her up. Oh, never mind. I do not have to. Thank you for link.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Just hanging out.
So, are you guys staying 6 feet apart?
Yes.
Do you wash your hands and carry hand sanitizer at all times?
Yeah.
I see. Very nice. And that was a mask PSA. Also very important. I will watch the rest of it after stream today. That's good. That's good. Anyway, it was a great match. Everyone had a blast. Alphys was running from you and yelling the whole time. You've got to tackle the person with the puck. No. Which got accidentally stuck to her stick from the cold. Really? I thought she was just playing really well. Bursting from the ice like a shark didn't help her either. Look, I wanted her on my team, but Papyrus chose her first. Don't worry, Alphys. I won't let you get picked last. I was going to pick her, Papyrus. I was going to. She's done quite a few. Yeah, I'll have to poke into her stuff. One where she teases Joel's crush on the anime fish. Oh my goodness. Pardon me. Oh my god, it's almost 1:30. Speaking of Papyrus, he was on me the whole match. Almost literally. He kept tackling me the whole time. But, he put on so much protective gear, he just bounced off me with a noise like a squeak toy. When he did get the puck, he'd just pass it back to Alphys. Except for once, when he passed it to Sans, because he forgot they weren't on the same team. Sans gave it back, though. Sans! That's right, I was playing with a handicap too, you know. My teammates were barely playing. Toriel and Sans just stood at the center of the ice, slapping their hockey sticks together over and over, saying stuff like, "Is this how you play? Is this how you play?" This is one of the things I've seen art of, and the very picture is so fucking hilarious. In his streams, he had a huge crush on Undyne. Ooh. Oh, and got super jealous when Alphys won her over. Oh my god. God, I fucking love the image of the... While pretending not to understand the rules. Meanwhile, my other teammate, Asgore, ended up falling into a fishing hole in the ice, getting his legs stuck inside. It was so into the game. Sometimes I can read. I was so into the game, I didn't notice, and he didn't really say anything. So anyway, eventually I pulled him out. Only to discover some king had been written on his behind in magic marker. Eventually, Alphys got a headache and had to take a break. To watch Mew Mew's virtual streamer event. Yeah, VTubers are becoming a much bigger thing now. So that's interesting. They're kind of hitting a more mainstream audience. VTubers being streamers who use virtual 3D models instead of a camera, and kind of, some of them character act, some of them don't. A lot of them are character acting, but now we've got English-speaking VTubers. Yeah, now they do have a specifically English-speaking market, where it was pretty much entirely Japanese before. Yeah. So that's neat. But yeah, I will admit, I've given a vague thought to doing some kind of like 3D model thing, because like I don't think I'll ever be interested in using an actual camera with my real face, but like a little troll model, but like that's really fucking expensive. So, it's not likely. Sure is the future now. Courtesy of Carnation, 2 snacks, and Mumbo's token. When you say first VTuber meme, my brain immediately goes to that Kill the Hoe clip that was doing the rounds on Twitter and Tumblr. I don't know if those are the people you're talking about, but there were only 2 people in that clip, so I'm going to guess that it's not them. But that's a good fucking clip. Aleph, stop. Stop immediately. Anyway. Oh, you mean... Oh, there's a link. Oh, Ikambokum. Was it like mocking the enemies in a open Corona's banjo stream? I see. I feel like I maybe saw that before, but actually I don't know. I don't think I've been introduced to that clip. On steamed hams levels of mutation. Oh god. So I decided to swap the teams around to something more fair. Everyone against me. They agreed. We will not lose, Undyne. We'll show you the power of love and hockey. Papyrus rallied his team together for a huddle to discuss strategies. Or so they thought. Ha! You left yourselves wide open. I knocked everyone down like bowling pins and scored repeatedly. The game timer reached the 3/4 point in a flash. Ha! 77 points to 0. You thought you could win? I laughed in everyone's faces individually while flexing. Then Papyrus looked dejected. The power of love wasn't enough? Damn it, Papyrus, I went too far. I was about to apologize to him, when suddenly, Sand scored a goal behind me. Then he went over to Alphys, humming, and did some kind of finger-pointy arm-crossy dance. Alphys pushed him away and told him to stop being cringe culture. Sand's fucking Fortnite dance. Fortnite dance. Sans. Oh my god. I hate that this is canon now. I mean, where this dialogue exists within the canon of Undertale is a little floaty, but yeah. You know what? I'm gonna take it as 110% canon because fuck yeah. Then, Papyrus had the puck. I was gonna steal it when Toriel tackled me from the side, letting him score. You got guts, old lady. Though it wasn't too bad being pinned by something so fluffy. And so it kept going. Toriel tackling and the puck suddenly disappearing, Papyrus scoring, Sans dancing, Alphys and Asgore watching videos. Wait, even Alphys scored at one point. Alphys, I thought you weren't playing. I just wanted to know what it felt like. Finally, only a few minutes left in the match. 100-99. Bite your nails, bite your fins. It was all down to this as we squared off on the ice. Then, a little white dog showed up, fucking face, and stole the puck. Nobody could catch the damn little thing. It ended up running in circles, jittering in and out of the goal, racking up hundreds of points. Eventually, it dropped the puck in front of Papyrus, wagging its tail, and I smashed it into the sky. The puck, I mean. The dog jumped after it up into the light of the sun and never came down. Our final score? 100 to 99 to 255. Winner? Dog. How does that count? So nobody won? What the hell was the point of all that struggle? Everything seemed lost, until Toriel took out a thermos and poured everyone some warm alphabet soup. You know, relaxing on a snowy blanket next to the heater, drinking homemade soup together after a tough match, kinda makes you feel like everyone's a winner, right? Ha! Psych! Screw that dog! I won! I totally won! Did you just call me the heater? Get her, Alphys, yeah. Were the Undertale characters that stopped existing if they killed the annoying dog? Good question. Maybe. Oh, I drank some too. Even though it passed through me, it was a little warm. But best of all, there was a special message at the bottom of the soup, one that made me tear up. It was the lyrics to my favorite holiday song. Ooh. What a perfect little finale to that whole sequence. I love all of that so much. Yeah, Blookie, those are SpaghettiOs. Yeah. I too, Aleph, would kill for Napstablook. They are wonderful, and I love them. Flowey. And then Asgore. Golly, the best part about winter? Probably the beautiful white snow blanketing the ground, completely indistinguishable from the dust of your friends. All right. Huh? What do I want this year? When you grow up, you stop wanting things for the holidays. Besides, even if you bought me, say, a bike, where would I even put it? And how would I even ride it? It'd be a complete waste of everyone's time. A red bike with a golden basket. It'd be completely useless. You hear me? Useless. Azrael wants a red bike with a golden basket. This ribbon? Who cares who gave it to me? I haven't lost the right to be snug. Lost the right to be snug, have I? You're jealous. Is it supposed to say snug or smug? Golly, that's right, the party. They left her there. Abandoned her in the garage to rot in the cold, her mind burnt to nothing from all that merrymaking. To think she's made so many friends. They're lucky they never saw her in the ruins, living in loneliness, waiting for someone to fall down, at her very worst, even forgetting to eat or sleep. Pathetic. I remember finding her and laughing at how miserable she looked, splayed out on the ground in weakness. Guardian of the ruins? Ha! You can't even take care of yourself. My heart hurts. Toriel. Yeah, just put Flowey in the basket. Exactly, right? But Toriel. God. And then, I don't know why, but with half-closed eyes, she touched my face and said, Azrael, I'll never let you go again, and fell asleep. Idiot. You can't even take care of yourself. Y'all. My heart. Why, yes, there was a time in the ruins when I had fallen asleep on the floor. How did you know that? The strangest thing was that when I woke up, I was in bed and there was a glass of water next to me. I'd always assumed I'd forgotten to get up. But Flowey tucked her in and gave her a glass of water. A long time ago, I knew someone that always filled up their glass, so the liquid was just peeking over the brim. It was the most efficient way to fill it, they said, regardless of how thirsty they were. Because of that, my son started doing it too, and there were a lot of spills in the house. Asgore! Echo flower? Oh yeah, no, it's all good. The echo flower was something else, but I think they did have like similar petal shapes. I don't know, maybe there was some distant genetic relation. But yeah, Flowey was from the, what did they call them? Like the golden flowers or just the yellow flowers? Wow, it's been a long time since I played Undertale. Definitely imitate people perfectly, yeah. It was a red herring. Yeah. Sure, but I think he chooses to just do mocking imitations. Yeah, he is doing those kind of faces as a choice, like playing up all the aspects of people's voices he finds irritating. That kind of guy, indeed. The image of Asgore being like, "This is the most efficient," and then and then a small child being like, "Ah, yes, I must do this as well," is like adorable, and I love it. Whoa, you know, I just had a flashback to me being a child and my parents telling me not to do that. I was not following anyone's lead. I just was perpetually filling every single cup to the very brim, and my parents were like, "Caitlin, please stop." Please stop. You're going to spill that. In the ruins that time, the glass was full, just like that. And recently, when I woke up after the party, the glass next to me was too. They put Toriel to go sleep off the alcohol in the garage, and Flowey was there, Azrael, and gave Toriel a cup of water. Flowey was taking care of her. Okay, last one. Asgore. I like Santa Claus. He's a nice old man that never changes. No matter how cruel everything gets, he laughs calmly and comforts the people of the world. Don't you think he's a bit like a superhero? Oh, very appropriate emo, Crancio. To tell you the truth, I was never an excellent leader, but I think I might be a nice Santa Claus. Ho! Though I cannot fit inside the chimney. Last time I tried, I just got stuck. I ended up drawing a face on my behind. Gee willikers. Rudy. So now we're getting into Deltarune territory. You remember Rudy being Noelle's hospitalized father in Deltarune. You tell Asgore you know the truth about Santa. You were on the Asgore buy train way before everyone else, just saying. People drawing on Asgore's butt is like a minor trend here. But, yeah, things are about to get a little bit, not heterosexual in the slightest. Rudy loved the holidays, you know. Around that time of year, and the past tense is something to note. Around that time of year, he'd put on his red nose, and we'd walk into the night together, placing presents side by side in the snow. I was his Santa. He was my Rudolph. Gay. I can still hear him tapping on his doorframe saying, "Don't forget the mistletoe, big guy," as I walked into his snowed-in cottage with a warm slice of fruitcake on the table, his youngest daughter peeking shyly from around the corner. For a little while it was like another home. Asgore's attack and defense dropped dramatically. I knew him for a long time. Even when I first met him at Hotland University, he always called me Big Guy. As time passed, one day, he started looking older than I. I remember him saying, "Guess I have to call you Little Guy now, huh?" Then he paused and said, "Nah, you'll always be Big Guy to me. You want to know why?" "Why?" I asked him. "Because, Gory, you're bigger than me, stupid." Then he just kept laughing. Physically bigger, idiot. What a funny man. Susie used to Undertale as Yiffies to Homestuck? I'm curious to your rationale behind the comparison. I was there for it all. His youth, his marriage, his fatherhood. Then suddenly, one day, he fell down. Rudy, I was never able to show you the sun. My heart. So, and of course all of these characters are speaking from Undertale context, not a Deltarune context. But this is giving us a peek into relationships we may potentially see in a more fleshed out way in Deltarune. Potentially. Maybe. We'll see. Or maybe not. I don't know. Because I was just thinking, some of the relationships were the same between Undertale and Deltarune. Some of them were very, very, very fucking different. Looking at you, Sans and Papyrus. Feral teenagers with Vriska archetypes. Alright, that's fair enough. That's fair. But, this shit hurts. That shit hurted. But Rudy would be happy to see our world today. His daughters get to grow up in the sunlight. The youngest has such a kind face. I think she'll make many new friends. Isn't that nice? Noel. But yeah, it appears that in the Undertale universe, Rudy passed away from whatever his illness is. I forget if they mention it in Deltarune. He passed away from illness before the start of the game, I guess, because we don't actually see him. But he's still living and hospitalized in Deltarune, so we might get to see more of this kind of relationship play out. I hope so. Asgore, the heck are you standing alone in the cold? I finished putting out all the presents. Not much for me to do now, I'm afraid. What? Are you kidding? Come on, we're about to light up the tree. Oh, of course. Golly, it's quite a large one this year. Ho ho ho. Yeah, I smashed a few together to make a super tree. Super tree? Look, Asgore, matching red scarves. Matching? With who? Me and my... Where'd he go? I'm assuming he was going to say me and my brother, but Sans has officially disappeared. Alright, everyone, time to flip the switch. 3, 2, 1, lights on! Oh, how wonderful! This tree, it's beautiful! Yeah, there's even a decorated one with lights over there. Wow, that tree is also beautiful! Here, everyone, a cup of warm soup. Whoa, you really filled it up, huh? Of course, it's more efficient that way. It is, isn't it? Ah, so sweet. Hey, everyone, let's sing carols. Oh, shall we? Don't forget the star at the top of the tree. Oh, it's a winter miracle. Get down from there, Mettaton climbing up the tree. You assumed it was old age, knowing nothing of Deltarune. Ah, it could also be old age. As Asgore did mention in his sort of monologue that he noticed Rudy starting to look older than him. So it could also have been old age. Mew Mew, cue the dance music. How the heck can we sing carols to this? No way to know if you don't try. Then, shall we? Not like you get the original lyrics right anyway. Undyne, we'll show you the power of winter. Hey, I'm on your side. Oh, what a wonderful winter. But what's this? This is not the bottom of the page. There is a little more. September. Did nobody notice it was September? The end and scene. Yes. A perfect, adorable ending. That was wonderful. I think that was a fantastic way to celebrate the 5-year anniversary of Undertale. That and the anniversary concert, which I did watch on Wednesday night after stream, like I said I was going to. Oh, it's so fucking good. Oh, man. You know what? The one thing that surprised me, I knew ahead of time, I was like, this is gonna be so fucking good. But the live orchestral performance of Amalgam, is the track Amalgam or Amalgamate? I know it's like one of them is the name of the creatures and one of them is the name of the song in the soundtrack. But the live performance of that song, the battle music from the True Lab, made me have like a very different and much higher appreciation of it. But yeah, it's so good. It was so good. Oh, and the medley at the end. Oh. You envision Flowey having a digitally pitched up voice. Oh, where it's really obvious. It's got a weird audio effect, so the impressions are even more mocking. Indeed, indeed. Interesting, yeah. Paints an interesting picture. So, even with my starting late, we're like 20 minutes over time. And I am hungry, so it is food time for me. Yeah, the like robot distortion, yeah. It is food time. I am gonna go and grab some food. Thank you so much for joining me on this lovely evening. It was an enjoyable time getting to take a longer dive into that little bonus content. And, yeah, Homestuck squared. Hot damn. What a cliffhanger. I love that line that it ended on. Sorry, I just zoned out staring at my calendar. Yeah, Homestuck Squared, next Homestuck Squared stream will be in 2 weeks probably, but in the meantime, as usual, Homestuck Reread is continuing through the weekends. Tomorrow, we tackle S. Past Carcat. Wake up. So, yes, that'll be exciting. Looking forward to it. Amazing. So am I. I think it's going to be a fun one, an interesting one. Getting well acquainted with meteor life for the trolls. Indeed. And next Wednesday, we're continuing Arcade Spirits. We've finally been introduced to all of the, like, dateable characters. So, we shall do that. Arcade Spirits. We shall continue Arcade Spirits next Wednesday. And that is what's happening on this little corner of the internet for the next bit. And I hope that y'all will be back to join me in all of those fun little journeys. Alright. My goodness, it is time for me to go. But I shall be back tomorrow, same time, same place, for Past Carcat Wake Up. Thanks for hanging out. Have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever you may be getting up to. Fingers crossed, I'll be seeing y'all right back here. Good night, and we'll finish off the Grubbles to play us out.